Alright everyone, this is Zero Budget Geek and welcome back to Friday Night Magic Duels, the show where I misplay decks created by the community. In this episode, I'm taking a look at a very interesting deck that I call Chief Inspector. This deck was created by dannithew and of the Magic Duels subreddit, and this is a totally colorless deck that he's come up with. He claims to have gone from 0 to rank 40 with this deck, and I thought I'd check it out, and I've been meaning to play a completely colorless deck for a while, so that's what gained my interest. So let's go ahead and see how this deck is put together. Take a look at the cards in here. We've got two walking ballistas, just usually very good, kind of a late game kind of thing, but it's good. We got three Thraben gargoyles that later in the game we can flip it for this, but more often we're going to be using it to pilot our many artifact vehicles that we have. We have two consulate dreadnoughts. It only costs one, but it does need 6 to crew, but it's a 7-11 that can really wreak havoc. We've got, wait, hold on, that's back there. We've got two of those, and we've got two looping prototypes, again mostly used to crew our vehicles, but later in the game we can empty our hand and attack with him, so it's pretty good. We have a single Heart of Kirin because it's a mythic. It's a nice flying vigilance 4/4, and a crew of 3 is not that hard to do in this deck, so very cool. We have two Smuggler's Copters because why not? We have 4 Sky Skiffs, which are surprisingly effective in this deck. So we got quite a bit of an air force. We have our only instance in this deck, which is 3 Spatial Contortion. Target creature gets +3 and -3 until end of turn. So usually we're going to use it as removal, but in a pinch we can use it for more. Now I sort of feel like the deck could use more colorless instance. There is another one, I think it's Titan's Presence, that I thought would be good, but it's not in here, but that's just a suggestion, maybe a Titan's Presence. We have 2 Scrap Trawlers, just a good 3/2 that gets artifacts back from the graveyard. We got 3 Chief of the Foundry. All other artifacts you control get +1/+1, make our guys beefier. We got 3 Foundry Inspectors, make our artifacts cost less. And we have a single Aether Sphere Harvester. When it enters the battlefield we get energy, and we can pay energy to give it lifelink, and it's 3/5 with a crew of 1, so very good. We have 2 Cultivator's Caravan, just a very cheap 5/5 vehicle that's easy to crew. We have 2 Seer's Lantern, which I found haven't been all that useful in this deck, but they're there. We have 3 Treasure Keepers. They basically replace themselves. A single Sky Sovereign console flagship to close out the game, and 2 Metalwork Colossi, which are basically our win conditions in addition to the sovereign flagship. Although most games I've won without needing either of those, so very interesting deck. Now here we get to a very interesting part. Because it's a colorless deck, we run all non-basic lands. So we've got 2 Westvale Abbeys, 2 Inventor's Fair. Gotta remember, this is a legendary land, don't screw that up. We have a single Gaia Reach Sanitarium. We have 3 Foundry of the Councils, 3 Rogue's Passage, 3 Grasping Dunes, which are pretty nice, give -1/-1 to a creature. We have 4 Sunscorched Desert, which I think are hilarious in this deck, deal 1 damage to target player. I just think this is just a hilarious card. And 4 Cradle of the Curse. So this deck is not super easy to pilot. There is so many options at any given time, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna play it quite horribly. But anyway, without further ado, let's see this deck in action. Alright, so we get to start things off, and let's see, we've got 3 lands and a bunch of stuff. I think this is keepable, although we don't have, I would like a vehicle, but alright, let's try this, see what we get here. Let's go ahead and throw out our Grasping Dunes. That may make our opponent think about what he wants to play over there, because we can pay 1, sacrifice this, and get -1/-1 to something. So may make our opponent, be a little bit careful. And with this deck, because it's not a speedy deck, we definitely want to bide our time. So I think here there's nothing to do but play the looping prototype. So let's go ahead and, oh, actually we could play, well, if yeah. Alright, I think I want to get the consulate out, but I probably won't be able to crew it. Damn it. Alright, let's go ahead and just put down this Rogue's Passage. Let's just get the Dreadnought down. And then next turn, I don't really have any 1-drops that that'll help me use this guy to pilot that. So although with the Chief of the Foundry and the prototype in play, we'll be able to crew that. So that'll be what we're aiming to do. Alright. Each player may scry 1. Alright. So thank you for that. I also thought this could be an interesting card for this deck. We need mana, so I'm okay leaving that at the top. This deck only runs 22 lands, so I kind of don't want to pass up on lands. Alright, so here, what do we want to do? Looping I think we'll put the prototype now, because he's probably not going to deal with it, and then we'll plop down the Chief of the Foundry as a surprise. So let's put this. Let's go ahead and put the Inventor's Fair, because why not? And right now it's basically plain as day. We're playing towards getting the Dreadnought online. We've also got these Scrap Trollers and Treasure Keepers that will do stuff for us. Along with the Chief of the Foundry, these guys will be kind of dangerous. So let's see what our opponent's got. He taps out for Filigree Familiar, and now we begin pounding. Alright, let's see what we draw here. Either Sphere Harvester is nice, but I think here we go ahead and plop down the Foundry of the Consuls, put the Chief of the Foundry down. Although I may have wanted to held on to him. We'll pilot this. And go for the attack. Striking for 8. Confirm. And there we go. So what you gonna do? In red and blue, he doesn't have a lot of answers this early in the game. I just noticed he's got a Tower of Power deck over there. This is what happens when I play early in the day. I get matched with Towers of Power. Alright, so now we swing in nicely. And then we've got all these other guys. I think actually this coming turn will plop down the alright, he's gonna swing that way. I am not gonna take the bait, so that's fine. I mean, I can outrace that. I mean, he'll probably put a blocker here. Let's see. I'm gonna get some blockers down, and anyway, gets a Rune Servitor, so he's gonna go ahead and let that. He's gonna chump block with that, but we're gonna start gaining life here too. It's the other thing. Now we gotta only takes a crew of 1. Yeah, I think this is actually worth putting down now. Better than these other guys. So let's attack with the Dreadnought. See what happens. See what happens. We'll probably chump block. We get to draw a card. Alright. And then we'll bring down the Aethersphere Harvester that we can crew with the Chief. So I would like to get the Seer's Land, but we do need to protect ourselves a bit here. Oh, there we go. And we can play the Thraben Gargoyle. Is there a reason not to? Not really. So we'll go put it out. We do kind of want to empty our hand here. And shall pass the turn. And because of the Chief, our Gargoyle's a nice 3/3, so it's a good defender there. Let's see if he goes for an attack here. I'm fine if he uses a creature plus a burn spell to try to kill this if I block. He's probably not gonna attack now. Let's see what he does. The Fleetwheel Cruiser. Alright. It's a creature. Will you attack with it? Alright, let's crew this with you. Confirm. And I think I'm okay blocking here and blocking. Well, actually, I could block here. I could do it just like that, because he survives. Yeah, and if he wants to spend him, yeah, that's fine. I thought about letting the Gargoyle go because I can get it back with the Scrap Troller, I believe. Yeah. But this is fine too. Alright, so his guy lives. Does it have trample, right? It does. But now he's got a... Well, he can crew it. Alright, so built to smash. Very nice. Ah, Spatial Contortion is nice to see. So we want to hold on. We want to keep that. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. I could play the Seer's Lantern and still keep up the Spatial Contortion, correct? So let's gonna put that down. Yep, and I still can keep that up. And then here we're gonna crew this with you. And attack. And actually, I think we're just gonna... We attack with all. Alright, this guy can't attack. I think that's okay. I don't think there's anything he can do. Alrighty. Show me what you've got. I actually might not even use the Spatial Contortion. If he attacks with the Fleetwheel Cruiser, play something cruise it, I'm okay sacrificing the Gargoyle there. Because if he's got another build to smash... Oh, Exquisite Firecraft. On him. There's really not much we can do about that, so... Top the Engineer. So... Do you want to tap out to attack me? Probably not. Question is, do we Spatial Contortion this guy? I don't think so. I think I'm okay just attacking, keeping a Spatial Contortion for this. So while our opponent thinks, no attack. Alright, I can't scry with this, right? Because it costs 2. So, right, and I gotta tap it. So, alright. We'll just pass the turn. Rogue's Passage, good to see. So let's see here. I play that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sources of mana, so I can play the Treasure Keeper and still keep up mana for the Spatial Contortion. So let's play the Treasure Keeper. And not that. I could be actually making this unblockable, but I'd rather continue to build my board here. So we'll crew this. We use well, you, because we can't use you, and you. I wish he was at 10 life. I'd use the Spatial Contortion on the Dreadnought to try to finish him off. Alright. And that's fine. And possibly if I really looked, there might have been a better way for me to, you know, like using the Rogue's Passage attack unblockable. But at this point, I'm okay with him chump blocking. Eventually, I will break through. So that's why I'm not entirely concerned with it. And then we're getting life from the Inventor's Fair here. Alright, here, what do we want? So the Scrap Trawler won't get us anything, so it's not super needed right now. But the Foundry Inspector will let me crew. What do we want to do here? We want to try to attack with as many as possible. Alright. Foundry Inspector. And crew this. I guess we'll go this way with it. Confirm. And we attack. I think I'm going to use the Scrap Trawler too. I mean the whatever, the alright, whatever. We're attacking with everything. Here we go. Brutal Expulsion. Alright. Let's see here. So he's gonna kill the blocker. There's not much we can do here with that, so. But we can play the Dreadnought this turn anyway. And still keep up the Spatial Contortion. Although I could put a Scrap Trawler, but why do that? Go like this. And there we go. Oh, I still had mana to play the trap. Probably should have played the Scrap Trawler there now that I think about it, but I like keeping up the Spatial Contortion there. There's a Foundry Inspector. Alright, that's what I want to see. Now attack with this dude. Alright. Go for the attack. Tap that out. Tap that out. And now this coming turn. So that's what you got to do with this deck. Got to bide your time. We should be able to play the Scrap Trawler. Hopefully this too. Do we have enough? I think we do. Play this. Play this. Crew this with you and you. Confirm. I could actually crew this and then help pilot the thing, but that's fine. It's okay. Let's go to the attack. Attack of fall, confirm. And he's in trouble though. He still lives. Still lives. Oh, but he gave up. Alright, thanks for playing Aether Drunk. Alright, well, we get to start things off. And let's see. 3 lands I like to see. This is useful. We'll keep this hand. Alright. Let's lead off with a Sunscorched Desert. We'll ping him for 1. And I think here we go with Thraben Gargoyle over the Dreadnought. We're not going to be able to play the Dreadnought anytime soon. So Thraben Gargoyle. That lets us use our Smuggler's Copter. Turn 2 Smuggler's Copter. Turn 3 Chief of the Foundry. It's not too shabby. Drowned Catacomb. So opponents on blue-black. Hopefully we can come out quite strong. And a Sky Skiff is interesting to see. Let's go ahead and go with does it matter here? Let's Westfell Abbey. Smuggler's Copter. And that's it. Pass the turn. Next turn we can plop down the Chief of the pass the turn, I said. Alright, next turn, Chief of the Foundry. Our opponent could Fatal Push the Thraben Gargoyle, but the Chief can still pilot the Copter, so. Alright, so 3 colors already from our opponent, and I think here. Well, let's see. Do we pilot this first before playing the Chief? Oh, I do want to attack for extra damage. So could be holding a Fatal Push, but that's fine, I guess. So we'll put this, put the Chief. And crew with the Chief. And we'll see a Fatal Push come out from our opponent as we attack and say go. Yes, we do want to use the ability. We got another Chief of the Foundry. Well, I guess we dropped the land. Although I don't like doing that. I like to get to 4 mana as soon as possible, but we can do fine on just 3. Because this deck, you know, with 22 lands, we don't draw a whole lot. So our opponent didn't have the Fatal Push there. Right, what you got? It's probably on a Super Friends deck there, which vehicles are their bane. We do gain a life, and we drew another Foundry of the Councils. So let's see here. We could on a future turn pilot the Consular Dreadnought, but I think dropping down another cheap man. I wish I could attack with this guy. How do we want to do this? I play the other Chief. That means our Smuggler's Copter is attacking for 5, which is pretty nice. But then, and actually I could play the Dreadnought afterward. Okay, so we'll plop down this Chief of the Foundry. Let's crew it. And I think we just go ahead and attack with both of these. Anguish Unmaking. Didn't like that. I still will attack with that. And then we'll plop down the Foundry and the Dreadnought. And now, probably wishes he had the Anguish Unmaking. Though he may have another one. Could have two. But he has been stuck on... Well, we've been... Oh, no, we're 4 lands now. There's his 4th land. Alright, so... Our opponent has had enough, so I guess he's just done. Doesn't have much. Alright, a Heart of Kieran is nice. That's nice to see. Do we play this before combat? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna go ahead and crew this. And we'll tap... I guess we'll tap both of these. No. Tap the Gargoyle and one of these guys. Go into the attack. Attack with 4, confirm. I mean, this guy enough has a but wanted to have double in case he's got the make me sacrifice. Alright, thanks for playing Pocket Parasite. That's a cool name. Alright, so we get to start things off here, and that is too many lands. So this is I was gonna say too few, but 2 lands plus these. It's not great, but our opponent has quit. I don't know why. So let's go ahead, create over the Cursed, plop down this Consulate Dreadnought because we can, and pass the turn. So next turn, Westvale Abbey plus Smuggler's Copter, unless we need to hold up Spatial Contortion. And our opponent may have a bad hand. Maybe that's why he quit. But we don't have a super great one either. I like to see Sunscorched Desert, so we're going to put that, ping him. The Sunscorched Desert is kind of nice because you can ping Planeswalkers with it. So we'll Smuggler's Copter. And then that means next turn we can get the Foundry Inspector down and attack with the Copter. We're still a ways away from the Consulate Dreadnought, though. Hopefully we can get a Lupine prototype. Oh, he is stuck on 1 land. Well, hopefully, yeah. This is why he quit. Alright, boom. Foundry Inspector is the way to go here. Crew you. Confirm. And I kind of don't want to dig, but... dig in my deck, but we should. Confirm attack. So maybe we'll make this a quick and short game. Hopefully. Well, I don't need 2 Consulate Dreadnoughts, so we will let one go. I kind of like keeping the Walking Ballista as some removal because we're light on removal in this deck. So you know, you want to keep the Ballista if at all possible. All right, pass the turn. And let's see what we got. I'd like to draw some more creatures. Militia Captain isn't too much to worry about right now. Well, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3 lands. 4 lands, so we can make a 2/2 Walking Ballista, which is no good. Do I play the Sunscorched or do I may want to pitch it. So maybe we attack first. Let's crew this. Alright, let's go into attack phase. Confirm and see what we got. Yes, we use this ability. Too many. I think we're just gonna drop this caravan. Even though it's a 5/5, we need to pump up on the. Actually, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have kept that, but we've got too many vehicles. Let's drop this Sun-Scorched Desert, ping him. And we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got plenty of land, so we could play this Heart of Kirin and keep up the spatial contortion. So, boop. And that'll be it. We could, if we really want to, play the Walking Ballista to be able to crew both the Heart of Kirin and the Copter. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can make him a 2/2, which isn't super great. I'd like to attack with two of these things here, but I think we're gonna go with the Copter because I do wanna dig a little bit. You know what? Our opponent is so down right now. I think we do play the Walking Ballista. And then do this with him. Crew this with you. Although I could have crewed the Dreadnought, couldn't I? That's fine. Spreads us apart, and I do want to dig in our deck here. Spreads out the love a little bit. Yes, I want to use the ability. Oh, Seer's Lantern doesn't help us, man. Though the scrying is useful. Alright, we'll let go of the land. Reprisal. Alright, kills the Heart of Kirin. Alright, and there we go, we just passed the turn. If he tries to enchant us with something, we can kill it with the Walking Ballista. But our opponent really hasn't had anything, so we're trying to see if we can kind of aggro with this deck. It's not really built for aggro. I'm okay taking that damage. As a reaction, I paused real quick, like, oh, maybe I want to kill that, but I would only kill it if it was gonna be a real danger. So since he attacked, it means he's gonna have a defender coming up. Solemn Offer, destroy target artifact or enchantment, you gain 4 life. Very nice. What are you gonna destroy? The Dreadnought. Not a thing we could do about that. So Metalwork Colossus doesn't help us at the moment, but I can play a Seer's Lantern here. And what do we want to do? Now this guy costs 5, but we still can't play him. Do we crew this? Yeah. Alright. Let's do this. Go into the attack phase. We'll attack with both of these. Yes, I want to use the ability. We just drew another Walking Ballista, which could be useful. Oh, Spatial Contortion or Walking Ballista. Well, I could pitch the Colossus, but why? We'll get rid of Spatial Contortion. I think the Ballista is just a bit more powerful, more important. And that'll be it for now. We could have scryed, but alright. We'll scry at the end of the turn. We could also make a critter. No, we can't. Not enough. Alright, show me what you've got. I think this coming turn we'll be able to play the Colossus, right? Attacks me for 2. No problems with that. And what do you got? What you gonna play? Got some more reprisals, some more solemn offerings. Solemn offerings actually kind of bad for us. Alright, what do we do with that? Nothing, but I will scry right now. We'll leave that on top. Well, could have played Metalwork. Oh, actually no. He still costs 6. Costs 6, so still not useful. All right, we'll play Chief of the Foundry and attack for a lot. I think that's what we do here. So, Chief of the Foundry. Crew this with the Chief. And attack for 7. Confirm. Well, I'm gonna say yes, but I'm gonna drop that land. So, vehicles proving their worth. We can make a 2/2 walking ballista right now, but we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Wow, our opponent has been stuck on 3 lands and just has a 2/2. We could kill that, but there's kind of no real reason to. Not yet, anyway. So, what do you got? If we draw one more land, we still wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we draw a land, we can play the Colossus. Gets a first striker. Alright. That'll give him a land that he needs. He's been hoping for that. Will you play another weenie? Another small creature to defend you? Nope. Alright, so what do we do here? Attacking in the air should kill him, but we want to be sure. So I think, well, we're not going to play the Metalwork. Well, we could, but then we can't attack with it this round, right? If I play the Foundry of Consoles, that'll give me 3, 4, 5, the 6 mana I need to play the Metalwork Colossus. Then I attack with the Copter and the Ballista. That doesn't seem too terrible. I'll have to pitch something if I choose to do that. Or I can make the Walking Ballista, but I think playing the Colossus isn't terrible. And it may make him hold back. No, he can't hold back. So, here we go. And let's go ahead and crew this with you. And onwards. Sure. Alright, so the Copter should kill him in the air, but there we go. And that's the game. Thanks for not playing, Devil Beans. Alright guys, well thanks for watching me misplay some Magic Duels. If you have some critique on this deck or ways that you think could make it better, please comment down below, and as always, constructive criticism is always welcome. And if you have some deck lists that you would like to see played on this channel, be sure to submit them either down in the comments, or you can search for my email, ZeroBudgetGeek ZeroBudgetGeek@gmail.com. I will definitely answer all incoming correspondence. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.